What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to all the new subscribers, or at least people that follow the channel and comment. I noticed in the comment section I'm seeing about 4 or 5 different names that normally I don't see. You have your familiar crowd. So shout out to the new subscribers. Keep commenting. We're just building a little community here. We all don't have to see it the same. We all don't have to think the same. Just everybody's doing great. No real disrespect going on. I appreciate that. This is a grown folks channel. I try to keep it real, keep it raw. I ain't always gonna be right. It's just my perspective. Uh, PSA, public service announcement to all the fellas who have children. Mother's Day is around the corner, so make sure that if you do that, if you into that, at least send her a text or email or something. If you have kids and y'all, the mom kids live with the mom, or the mom raised the kids, some reason y'all not together, shoot her a text, happy Mother's Day, thank you. And of course, if y'all together, definitely let her know you appreciate it. Women will like that, I'm sure. Just like on Father's Day, there's things that we like to hear. Y'all can get us a gift card to Outback or somewhere. My video for today is going to be catered to my educated ladies of the channel. Maybe y'all can give some feedback. My educated ladies, my boss ladies, the ladies who have gone out and sacrificed and studied hard, spent, they say, burnt the midnight oil, got your degree, and now you got a great career going on, and you making good money. I know we did a video not too long ago. We were talking about a lady that said she make, or the guy said, my wife make 150,000, something like that. And somebody in the comment was like, 150,000 ain't no money and blah blah blah. Just okay. In most places, $150,000 is halfway decent. I mean, it's never enough, right? Because we're human, so it don't matter what we make. We make 150. We think we worth 250. We make 1 million. We worth 2 million, and the saga continues. But in most places, y'all know what I mean. The women who have done well for themselves and now they're making money, and in some cases, maybe most, if you were in that level of 6 figures, you're probably making more than the average man, since we know that the average man makes less than $60,000 a year, depending on where you at. Again, take everything into consideration. The average man in America makes less than $60,000 a year. That means somebody's going to be way higher and somebody's going to be way lower. Keep that in mind. My question is, once you have obtained that particular status, once you have that kind of money, and you are in the market for a man, a husband, I would say that you're in the market for a husband. You got your career down pat. You don't file some things off. I'm not gonna have no children. I'm gonna study. I'm gonna get my degree. Okay, now I got my career. Now I want to focus on a man. Now I need me a husband. Now I need that protect. My question to the ladies, traditionally speaking, now I'm coming from a traditional point of view because that's my mindset. I have a traditional mindset, somewhat old school. When you make that kind of money, are you able, be easy now, go easy with me. I'm just asking a question. Are you able to submit that amount of money for the well being of the household? I'm not just saying give it to your husband. It's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that your your salary should get deposited into his solo account. and he tells you everything to do with money that you work hard for. That's not what I'm saying. My question is the money that you make from this great career that you've studied hard for. You got a master's degree now in whatever. When you are in pursuit of a man, traditional, you want an old school type man, are you able or willing to submit that $130,000, $180,000 into the well-being of the household, or is it going to be a situation to where, especially if you make more than him, is it going to be a situation to where because you make more than him, you're not willing to allow your money to be spent for the well-being of the home? I just want to ask a question because this question gets asked a lot. And I have noticed in the sphere of people that I know, women that make that kind of money, their attitude about, not every woman now, but their attitude about money and finance change. And because we already know that women tend to lean towards hypergamy, which is to go up, if she is at a certain level, if she's making $175,000 a year, and in her mind she thinking up, it's already going to be difficult for her to deal with a dude that say make 90,000, 80,000. It's already going to be very difficult for her to do it. If she does it, I feel like a lot of the times, not every time, so I just want to be clear here. I feel like a lot of the times that comes with some attitude, with some other things that's going to make that relationship even more difficult. Traditionally speaking, the man is the head of the household. It does not mean that he has the total say of everything that go on. It means that because she's intelligent, she does have input in it. It does mean, however, that he has the last say, or at least he should. And if you are with somebody, and I'm speaking to the ladies, if you are with a man that you find is intelligent and smart and savvy and wise, and if he's not, you should not be marrying him. So I'm using these words specifically for this. You should be with a man that you are able to submit to. I tell people that all the I have friends of mine, I tell that never marry a man that you cannot submit to his vision. Men ain't got vision nowadays. They ain't got no leadership. Great. That could be true. Don't marry him then. Do not marry a man or become serious with a man that you know you cannot trust or do not believe in his direction. He may not be as financially savvy as you. You may be the more literate, financial literate person in the household. You may be, but he's still the head. Again, I'm going traditional now. Don't worry, don't worry. The day's coming. It's gonna get flipped over. Y'all don't worry about that. Hopefully, I'm long gone by then. But don't worry. The day's coming because we're seeing more masculine women and more feminine men. That's what, and we all know that's the truth. So the day's coming unless something turns that around, which I don't believe is necessarily going to happen outside of an act of God. I think it's going to keep going the same. I'm just telling you, it's what I believe. It's just one of the laws of whoever, Newton's laws, whatever, that an object in motion will stay in motion until met with an equal opposing force, whatever, until something hits that hard enough and changes its course. We're going to keep going right along where we're going. Women will become more masculine. Men will become more feminine. Women already outnumber men. So what does that mean for the in years to come? What would that mean for society as far as dating and marriage? If women are more masculine, outnumber the men, and the men are feminine at a lower number than women, what does that leave? So hopefully I'm long gone by then. Hopefully I already told my son, my kids, y'all got to deal with some stuff. I ain't got. I'm already having to deal with stuff in my 40s that I ain't never thought we was gonna have to deal with. But moving on. So that's just my question. Are you able? And then think about this. I want you to really don't say yeah, 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 yeah. No, think about it. Think about it. I'm not talking about just going 50-50. But it's always been my thought process that two is better than one. At the end of the day, marriage should be a relationship, but it still is a type of business too. Even if the woman wasn't working, there's still something that's gained here. So you see what I'm saying? Some business ain't always money. It's still goods and services. She's still, if she's not working, she's taking care of the home, she's taking care of the child. He's getting something, and then she's getting something in return. But just I'm talking, so for two working people, if he makes 100,000 and she makes 175,000, to me, that's $275,000 that household has to at that point begin to look at the finances and say, this is what we have to deal with. This is how we're going to build and grow for the future. This is how we're going to build our kingdom, our castle, our family. That's how I see it. I don't see it where the woman makes $175,000 a year, the man makes $100,000 a year, or even he makes $200,000 a year, and then her money just stays in her purse, and she doesn't. There's no account. She doesn't have to do anything but just be glad that she got the money, be glad she got to be educated, and he got to try to figure it out on his own. Kudos to any man that believes in that way of doing things. I salute you. In this day and time, to me, that don't make sense. But I'm not hating on you. That's your house, your family. Do what works for you. My opinion, two is always better than one. If you can take that 275,000 and look at what you have, then you can determine, well, we can, with the money that we make, we can stay in this kind of house, this kind of cars, this kind of saving, this kind of vacation, this kind of trips, this kind of schooling, this kind of whatever else that you're trying to do in life. You're able to do it because two is better than one. But the question now is, to the women who have that kind of money and who are educated, and again, especially if you make more money than your man, and or you have more education than your man. Maybe he only has a 2-year associate's degree in automotive mechanics. You got a 6-year master's degree in sociology. You a top level social worker over a whole city or whatever. How are you able to take what you make, your salary, and submit it into the well-being of the home? Women, at least I have heard this. Women will say, "I'm a Proverbs 31 woman," because that's the book in the Bible, the chapter that's talking about the virtuous woman, a woman of strong character. That's what virtue is. A woman of strong character. If you go down and read some of the characteristics that she has, she takes her money. Go read it now. She takes her money and buys a field. On that field, she plants a vineyard. On that vineyard, she grows fabrics and silk and stuff that she's able to turn into fabrics that she's able to sell at the market, that she then brings back to the home and makes sure that her husband and her children want for nothing. They're well dressed. As a matter of fact, one of the examples that it gives is that when it's cold outside, her husband and her children will always be warm because their clothes have been double lined. Teach, Professor X. Yes. This is a woman who has such great character. I'm going to read it. I'm going to put our day into the scripture there. This is a woman that took the due diligence to go to college, prepare herself to be a wife. This is a woman that started making money, fell in love, became a wife, had a great husband, had children, and then with the money she had, about the scripture says she took her money. She took her money that she made with that illustrious career and went and bought a field. She did research. So men, we're not undercutting women. We know you all are intelligent. It's just how it comes into place. You just don't go buy land and think that it's going to be productive. Somebody has to do research. This land, that ain't going to be no good. That's too rocky. That's too hilly. That's too this. That's too that. Okay, that land is good for a vineyard. Then she buys it with her money and then own it with the vineyard. She has silk, of course, different things going on, making fabric. She sells it in the marketplace. She brings the money back to the house, makes sure that everybody's well dressed, well fed. The scriptures go on to say her lamp burns late into the night. She's always up, always busy, always making sure everybody's taken care of. And when it's cold outside, I believe the KC and JoJo said, "Who are you holding?" Should be holding me. But anyway, when it's cold outside, her husband and her children are warm because their clothes have been double lined, because of her efficiency of what she brought to the table, being a true virtuous woman. So that's all I wanted to know. The women today who is in that category of making that kind of money, are you a true virtuous woman that's willing to take what you have and bring it so that it is benefiting the whole household? Or will the money stay in your hand and will your attitude stay rotten because your husband, who you fell in love with and said yes to, is not on your level? Y'all let me know something. Got it? Bye.